Dear students, now I am going to tell you about another separation technique, electrophoresis, gel electrophoresis. Electro means charged particle and phoresis means movement. Electrophoresis is a separation technique based on the mobility of ions or charged particles in an electric field. Electrophoresis is a laboratory technique used to separate DNA, RNA, or protein molecules based on their size and electrical charge. An electric current is used to move molecules to be separated through a gel. Pores in the gel work like a sieve or the strain, allowing smaller molecules to move faster than larger molecules. So you will find this is a gel, the gel slab, and it is present in a buffer medium, and electricity is applied. If you load the negatively charged DNA here, it is the cathode, and it is moving towards the anode. So the movement of the DNA in the gel because of their depending on their size. So this is how we can separate different size DNA molecules or RNA molecules or protein molecules. This is the basis of electrophoresis. So this for the first time, the father of electrophoresis, Ernst Tiselius, is a Sweden Nobel laureate. He awarded with Nobel in 1948. The invention of Tiselius apparatus. He invented an apparatus to it is the basis for the modern gel electrophoresis. So what are the principles of electrophoresis? An electrophoretic system consists of two electrodes of opposite charge. You will find there is a two electrode, the one is anode and another is the cathode of opposite charge. So anode and cathode connected by a conducting medium called electrolyte. There will be an electrolyte. The separation of charged particles based from differences in their velocity. So the particles mobility and the electric field strength. So it is the velocity of the particles V, that is that depends on the particles mobility and their net the charges and their the strength of the electric field. So the V is equal to m into E. The mobility m of the ionic particle is determined by particle size, shape and charge and the temperature during the separation. Any charged ion or molecule migrates when placed in an electric field. The rate of migration depends on net charge, size, shape and the applied electric current. So you will able to see here. So the molecules of higher the larger the size, slower the rate of movement. Smaller the size, their movement is faster. So that is molecules move from the move towards the opposite charge. So the migration you will find here charged ions also affected by ionic strength, pH, pore size of the gel. So electrophoresis technique developed on the basis that different ions have different mobility in an electric field and so can be separated easily on the basis of positively charged ions migrate towards negative electrode and negatively charged ions migrate towards positive electrode. You know this properties of the charged ions. Biological molecules also, amino acids, peptides, proteins, nucleotides, nucleic acids, all these they possess ionizable groups. You will able to see here, these are the amino acids, they have ionizable groups are there, you will find. So most of these are negatively charged groups, you will find, or else they made they tag with some other compound and they'll make their charge can be modified. So these they exist in the solution in electrically charged species either as cations or anions. Under the charge of an electric field, these charged particles will migrate either to cathode or to anode depending on the net charges. So, coming to the gel electrophoresis. Gel electrophoresis is a separation technique commonly used in laboratories to separate charged molecules such as nucleic acid, that is DNA and RNA, and proteins according to their size. It involves the use of gel. What is gel? Gel is a solid gelatin like. It is a polymer. It's a supporting medium for separation of DNA, RNA or proteins under the influence of electric charge. Charged molecules move through a gel when an electric current is passed across. At one end of the gel has a positive charge and other end has a negative charge. The movement of charged molecules called migration. Molecules migrate towards the opposite charge. So, if the molecule is negatively charged, it moves towards the other end towards the anode. A molecule with negative charge will therefore pull towards the positive end. Opposite attract. You know this, the basis of this movement. The gel consists of a permeable matrix. Gel has pores, permeable matrix through which molecules can travel when an electric current is passed across. Smaller molecules migrate through the gel more quickly than the larger fragments because they can pass through easily through the pores. The larger molecules they can have obstacles, so they move slowly. Therefore they travel a shorter distance. As a result, molecules are separated by size in the gel. Gel is a cross-linked polymer. It is a polymer. It is agarose gel or polyacrylamide gel. So all these are the synthetic gel. They are used in the electrophoresis. Whose composition there is a porosity which is this porosity helps in the movement of the molecule. Types of gel used: polyacrylamide gel used for the protein separation, agarose gel commonly used for separation of DNA and RNA. Just I have showed here in this picture, this is the powder of agarose. It is a, you will find this is a carbohydrate or agarose, and it is dissolved in a conical flask in a buffer, and it is heated, and after heating this will make a transparent solution. Then it get poured into the gel casting box, and this gel casting, this is this conical flask will be the content will be poured here, and after cooling it will form a gel. Can you see this transparent gel? If you observe under microscope this gel, a part of, you can see the porosity. This is the porosity you will find in the gel. So agarose gel electrophoresis is a technique by separating DNA and RNA fragments depending on sizes using electrophoretic medium agarose gel. You have seen this is the agarose gel. Okay. So DNA or nucleic acid are separated based on the movements of ions towards the electrode of opposite charge. DNA fragments are negatively charged, attracted towards a positive electrode. During electrophoretic movement, DNA fragments are separated according to their size or molecular weight. Small fragments move faster than the larger fragment. So the gel is placed on the buffer tank and they are connected. So you will able to see here the electrodes, positive and negative electrodes, and this is the gel you will find. These are the wells where the sample is applied. So this is the test tube. You will find a pipette loaded with the sample will be applied here. So then when they are connected to the power supply, and you can see the gel, in the gel from the well the sample will move in the electric field. In this there is different DNA samples you will find. There are so many wells, and this is how they migrate. The solution will migrate, and along with that you can see the molecules also migrate. This is how exactly in the gel electrophoresis, agarose gel electrophoresis is working. Then after this you can see the DNA fragments separated in the gel, already separated in the gel on the depending on the length. We cannot see it, no. So it can be visualized using a stain. If we when we are loading, we have to use a ethidium bromide stain. It is a stains the DNA, and then we keep the gel on the, this is the UV trans illuminator. Then switch on the UV light, we can able to see the bands. These bands are the DNA bands. So the DNA bands we can visualize. There will be several sample. You can see that these are the wells where we loaded the DNA sample, and this one is the ladder. The first the well is the ladder. The what is a ladder is nothing but the known weight of DNA fragments. They are used here. So this will helpful in assessing the size of these the sample. For example, these are the one, you can see the 250 base pairs, the 500 base pairs, then 1000 base pairs, then 2000 base pairs, 5000 base pairs, like that. You can see if this is the molecule, if this is the 5000 base pairs, then we can assess this band, the sample having the DNA 5000 base pairs, like that. So what are the applications of agarose gel electrophoresis? Separation of restriction enzyme digested DNA prior to southern blot transfer. So there is a blotting technique that you are going to study next semester, southern blotting technique, that is important for DNA fingerprinting technology and other purposes. So before going for the southern transfer, we have to digest the long DNA into fragments, and then we can separate with the help of this agarose gel electrophoresis. And we can also separate RNA before northern transfer, northern blotting. This also you are going to study in biotechnology in the next semester. So then analysis of PCR products. So you do, PCR, polymerase chain reaction, and after that you want to see the how much DNA amplified. You can use this agarose gel electrophoresis. Estimation of the DNA molecules using DNA marker or ladder. So this is what I showed you. You can able to see the size of the DNA molecule using a known, this will make like a scale like. So you will able to assess the size of this DNA separated. It is helpful estimation of the DNA quantity and quality wise. The separation of DNA fragments for DNA fingerprinting, this is already I mentioned, it is useful in DNA fingerprinting technology. To analyze genes associated with particular illness. So this we can able to find out with this agarose gel electrophoresis. In DNA profiling, for taxonomy studies to distinguish different species. So what is the difference? We can the different breeds and all these, we can do this with the help of this agarose gel electrophoresis, and we can study the differences in the size of DNA, and we can able to see the what is the evolutionary distance between the different breeds and species. That is in the evolutionary studies. Gel electrophoresis is commonly used in plant breeding and genomics for genotyping with the molecular marker. So this is what I said. We can identify the different breeds based on this gel electrophoresis. Specific DNA fragments used as a marker and isolated from individual plants are amplified by PCR, and the resulting DNA fragments are subsequently loaded on a gel. So it is a simple, rapid, sensitive separation technique used extensively in clinical laboratories, research labs, and to separate charged nucleic acids in biological and body fluids. This is about agarose gel electrophoresis. Now, the another gel electrophoresis, the common one, is polyacrylamide gel electrophoresis, or else it is called PAGE. Polyacrylamide gel, what is that? It is a water soluble synthetic linear polymer and are formed by the polymerization of acrylamide with the cross linking agent. We can prepare this the polymer gel. The most commonly used polyacrylamide gel electrophoresis is called SDS page, that is the sodium dodecyl sulfate polyacrylamide gel electrophoresis, that's called SDS page, used for the separation of the protein. Sodium dodecyl sulfate polyacrylamide gel electrophoresis is one of the most powerful technique to separate proteins on the basis of their molecular weight. So this is how exactly here the gel is placed in a vertical manner, and the sample will be loaded here in the wells. So this gel is also having a porosity, and depending on the size of the protein molecules will move depending once the electric field is applied in the, this is how the mechanism in the this polyacrylamide gel, it is similar to agarose gel. So the SDS page is an analytical method used to separate components of the protein mixture. In a protein mixture, we can separate different proteins. Okay, so one can separate actin, then myosin, and one can separate other proteins. Those are present in the cell. Different proteins are present in the cells. We can able to separate by this technique. Protein samples needed to be denatured, so they have to be denatured first, so that the protein lose their secondary, tertiary and quaternary structure. The protein is covered by the SDS sodium dodecyl sulfate, so it is a negatively charged, so it migrate from the, this is the well where we load, so it migrate from the cathode to the anode region, or towards the positively charged end. After the visualization by a staining, there is a Commercy staining. It is not ethidium bromide in the case of DNA. In the protein, it is called Commercy staining. We can able to visualize this, and we can see this is the marker, so the known protein, and we can see the different proteins in a cell. So the different, this is also marker, and you can see this is the heavy protein 200 kilodalton 97. So these are the marker, the ladder. So these are the sample. So thereby we can able to assess the size of the protein and the nature of the protein. What are the application of the page? Polyacrylamide gel electrophoresis is a technique widely used in biochemistry, forensic chemistry, genetics, molecular biology and biotechnology to separate biological macromolecules, usually proteins or nucleic acids, according to their electrophoretic mobility. Simple, rapid, sensitive separation technique used extensively in clinical and research labs to separate charged molecules such as proteins in biological or body fluids. So we can establish the size of the proteins by this separation. Protein identification can be made with the help of this. So we know the size of this protein. There is a ladder, we can able to, so then we can assess what is the nature of the protein by peptide mapping. Then we can assess the serum proteins, different serum proteins in through this electrophoresis. So this is a regular in the clinical lab they do. Monitoring the protein integrity, then determining the protein sample purity, all this we can determine with this page, or polyacrylamide gel electrophoresis. Identifying the disulfide bonds, quantifying the proteins, then analysis of cerebrospinal fluid, then urine analysis. The proteins present in these samples can be analyzed through this technique page. The page is helpful in post electrophoresis applications such as Western blotting. Later we can do Western blotting and we can take the image of this and we can able to analyze further. The selective labeling of cell surface protein using dyes. We can use a dyes and we can label the proteins. Then detection of protein ubiquitination. Ubiquitination means there is a ubiquitin is a protein. It binds a cellular protein and make the protein inactive. Whether this is ubiquitinated protein or not, we can able to identify by this the Page technique. So this is about gel electrophoresis and the principles and applications. Thank you.